How often do you read, listen, or watch the news?
I read or listen to the news every day.
I listen to the news once a day at midnight on BBC Radio 4, and perhaps some days in the week I might watch the news on the television.
I watch the news every day. If I don't get it in the morning, then I turn on the radio and listen to it there.
Every other day I read the news.
Every day. I read a newspaper in the morning, I watch the news in the evening and also get clips through the day.
Do you prefer to get the news from the television, newspapers, or online?
I usually read the news online because it's very convenient for me and I can access it at any time.
I prefer to listen to the news on the radio, and as communication in the world is now so fast, being online you get the news almost instantly.
Television, because you can watch it and listen to it, and it doesn't take much concentration.
I prefer to get the news online because if I don't understand anything, I can always look it up and find out what it means.
I like a combination. I guess I mainly get it from online digital devices.
What was the last interview you had?
I had an interview this morning for a university. I think it went quite well and hopefully I'll get a place.
It was a year ago, an IT manager's position for a telecoms company. I did a lot of research and prepared myself quite well and was lucky enough to get the job. I'm still there today.
The last interview I had was for a play. I was interviewed by a very famous director. He liked me. I came away thinking I had the part, but I did not get the part.
I had a big interview for a computer job and it took all afternoon and I had a whole series of people come in and question me, but the last guy started telling jokes, so I felt like I'd done well.
The last interview I had was with a health professional because of my disability. I had an interview to see if I was fit for work and a medical test, and I was told that I could go and do voluntary work.
How do you keep in touch with your friends?
Majority of the time would be via phone calls and emails. I don't personally use social media that much. I'm on Facebook and LinkedIn, but I don't use them for sort of day-to-day contact with friends.
I use Facebook a lot and I text them and call them.
Well, I use the telephone and I phone them occasionally and I can meet them face-to-face or use email or text, SMS.
Over here in the UK, I keep in touch with friends using WhatsApp, text message, email, phone calls. Snapchat is quite popular these days as well, but it's not. You don't get a great sense of messaging through it. But, so probably WhatsApp is the most common form, I think.
I like to text message my friends. I chat them over Facebook a lot, but mostly I talk to my friends by hanging out with them around here in park or on campus. I go to school here, so.
Do you think that Facebook and LinkedIn friends are real friends?
Some of the people are, majority probably not. They're probably acquaintances that you've met perhaps once or twice, or friends of friends rather than really close friends. But obviously your close friends are also on there as well. So yeah, I'd say some are, but a lot probably aren't really good friends. Yeah.
Yes, because I normally add just people who I've met personally, so I feel like I know them.
No, I don't do Facebook, and I use LinkedIn only for work, and those people are working colleagues, so I wouldn't call them my friends.
I'm not on LinkedIn. It's probably something I've been thinking about doing, but I'm not currently on it. Facebook, when I first started using it, probably 5-10 years ago, much more so. Now I wouldn't be a way that I would keep in touch with my closest and dearest friends, but it's a good way to keep contact lists, I think.
It depends on who you find on Facebook or LinkedIn. Not so much on LinkedIn as much on Facebook for me, because when I find Facebook friends, they're usually people I've met in real life. So if you friend people, I guess, on Facebook that you haven't met in real life, I don't think they're your friends.
Have you ever had a really bad day at work, college, or when travelling?
Yes, I would say my worst day at work was when one of my bosses quit that day and then just decided to leave work. Yeah, so we kind of had to do everything ourselves. That was a bad day at work.
Yeah, I've had a few, probably in all situations, but probably one of the worst was at my first year of university, on my first set of exams. My first exam at university went particularly badly, and I got really sort of worried and upset about it. And it was sort of resolved by sort of speaking to my parents and sort of calm me down, and the rest of it went fine. And that was it was okay in the end. But that particular moment and that particular day was pretty bad.
Well, a bad day at university for me, this is back in New Zealand, was when I broke my ankle. And around university campus, that was a bit of a nightmare. It was quite a slippery day, I remember, and I fell over on my crutches and was trying to study for exams at the same time. I was quite grumpy that day.
Yes, a particular example I can give you was when I had a sprained ankle and I was in plaster and on crutches. And I had to visit a client, which involved going up in the lift. I think it was 4 or 5 floors. And in the course of the meeting, the fire alarm went, and it wasn't a practice; it was a real live fire, and I could see the flames. Consequently, I had to hop down 5 flights of stairs with my crutches.
I can tell you one day, and here we are in the beautiful sunshine. But in the winter, I was driving to work, and it was snowing. And my car got a puncture. I went to look for a garage, and my car got stuck in the snow as I came off a main road, and I had to walk 2 miles through the snow in my suit to find a train to get to a train station. Not a good day getting to work.